All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to As the Culture Turns. I'm Jameer. I'll be a moderator for today's episode, but it's not only just me here. I will allow my two co-hosts to introduce themselves. Start with the female.
What's up, y'all? My name is Naya.
And this is Kendall. What's going on?
All right, let's get right into it. So, y'all both know that we are in Hoochie Daddy season. All right. And for those of you who don't know what Hoochie Daddy season is, let me just give you a synopsis of what it's about. Okay. So, again, Hoochie Daddy season is in full effect. And boy, Hoochie Daddy shorts are the latest fashion trend and social media craze. Hoochie Daddy shorts are shorts above the knee that show off a man's thighs and calves. Now, while short shorts on men didn't originate in 2022, Twitter users have been sharing images from the 80s that show men rocking their short shorts. The term hoochie daddy make it so much better. So before we jump all the way into it, I want to get your opinion on y'all thoughts on the term hoochie daddy. Let me start with you, Kendall. Are you part of the hoochie daddy movement?
I don't know, man. I'm finding my way. When I wear shorts, is usually like, honestly, I got hairy ass legs. That's my biggest insecurity about wearing shorts. But it really does feel just cool to see people wearing them freely anyway. Because like I'm wearing shorts right now, and I usually wouldn't wear them outside. But today I'm like, maybe I am. Maybe I do need to start going to the gym, get my quads in effect.
Oh, so you're a hoochie daddy in the house.
I'm on my way, hoochie daddy in training.
What about you, Naya? What are your thoughts on the term hoochie daddy?
I'm not here for it. No, when I think about hoochies, I think about hoochie mamas. So like hoochie daddies and hoochie mamas, no. City boys down 1,000 points.
Okay.
I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it.
All right, man, we're gonna get into it.
Okay, the hoochie, it's the name. It's the name.
It's the name for you.
I'm not here for the name. No.
All right. Well, we're gonna dig deeper.
Respect you, hoochie man.
Listen, I'm a proud member of the Hoochie Daddy movement, and we're gonna definitely dig deeper into it so we can just figure out where it originated from and why people are calling it Hoochie Daddy. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start with this. While Hoochie Daddy shorts are a playful take on men's fashion and the men who don't adhere to stereotypical fashion rules, there are some women who feel the Hoochie Daddy trend isn't masculine or original. Now, Naya, I want to start with you on this one. So you started off by saying you're not really here for it. Is it more so of the name or is it the shorts in general? Like, what are you not here for?
I'm more not here for the name. Like, again, when I think about hoochie, I just think about females, women. And I'm not saying that women are hoochies, but we know we're hoochie mama. That term originated with females, wearing small shorts, little skirts and, skimpy clothes. And then to put it a hoochie man, it's just like some things is just meant for women and some things are just meant for men. And the style of the shorts is not too bad. Like I don't have a really so much an issue with the shorts because some people really know how to throw it on and make it like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, he looking nice in them hoochie shorts. But at the same time, I'm not really here for the name. I'm not here for the name, but it's the name for me. But the shorts itself, it depends on who has it on. Now, certain people can't wear those shorts, so.
All right. All right. What are your thoughts on it, Kendall?
Look, first things first, the Hoochie Daddy movement is just an extension of body positivity, bro. Whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want. Call it what you want to call it, whatever, bro. I don't give a damn. I'm the type of dude to wear a Speedo at the beach for a bet. Or if I like just feel like it, I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna wear a Speedo to the beach. People would judge that too. Nah, I don't think it's that deep. It's definitely not that deep. Just wear what you want. Hoochie Daddy or not.
I'm gonna give my thoughts on that. So for me, as I stated, I am a proud member of the Hoochie Daddy movement, and I actually do think that a lot of it is like a run-on joke of like obviously hoochie mamas and stuff like that because there are a lot of what's the word I'm looking for, double standards because and I'm only bringing this up because when women sleep around, sometimes they call them sluts. But then women would say, well, how come men are not called sluts when they sleep around? They call players. So if you want equality, You know, like why can't we be a part of the Hoochie
Shit, I
movement?
call dudes
Because
sluts. Fuck
it,
it.
exactly, you do, and I'm pretty sure a lot of women, women, a lot of them complained about men not being called sluts. It was like a high five, it was like a positive thing for a man to sleep around, and it was always a negative connotation
I'm
when a
not here
woman
for
did
it.
it. So I think this is a part of equality, and I personally think like after I'm a big fan of Black Boy Joy, like black men actually being able to have fun and make and poke fun at themselves and everything, and I feel like we need that, especially after the past 2 years we went through with everything. Like we need a little laughter in our lives. So, I just think that it's good that men are now finally being comfortable, especially black men being comfortable to have those type of jokes. And I do agree because I do think that some people are taking it a little too seriously, but I respect everybody's opinion on it. So, I want to get to the next part because I want both of y'all responses on both of these tweets that I saw about the Hoochie Daddy movement. Alrighty. So one Twitter user wrote, and this was a female, bring back masculinity. It's men running around in hoochie daddy shorts and bedazzled belts. I'm quite disturbed by the lack of masculinity in today's men. Stand up and be a man. Naya, what are your thoughts on that tweet? Do you agree?
I agree. I'm not saying so much with the shorts, but just overall, I do feel like the masculinity in men are weakening and also being taken away. And I think that it's just too much stuff that's being forced on men to make them feel like it's not okay to be masculine. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not here for it, but I do agree with that tweet. I do feel like when it comes to men, not every man, but a lot of men, and when I look at men, they're not as strong as they used to be. They're not protecting us like they used to protect us. They're not standing for us like they used to stand for us. A lot of mood swings. I just see a lot of women traits
Speak
in
on
men.
it. There you go.
Yeah,
Speak on it.
I see a lot of women traits in men, to be honest. I'm not saying that makes them gay, but I feel like men they're not providing like they used to. They don't even how they dress, wearing the pocketbooks, now it's cool with a nice little side bag, a little Louis, like something, but real purses. And we know some artists who do wear purses. The skirts and the dresses, I just don't feel like it's really meant for men. I don't feel like even the hoochie daddy as a man, it's like, it's a difference if you got little shorts and we plan to be like, look at you looking like a hoochie. But to actually want to be identified as a hoochie man, it's like, no. It is funny, but it just like, no. And then, I don't know. I just don't see men for how they used to be. And that's not every man, because there are some men who are still masculine. But a lot of men that I don't know. I can agree with that, what she said.
Okay. What are your thoughts, Kendall?
I just want you to, can you run the question back real quick just to be sure?
I sure can. So this is what the Twitter user wrote. She said, bring back masculinity. It's men running around in hoochie daddy shorts and bedazzled belts. I'm quite disturbed by the lack of masculinity in today's men. Stand up and be a man.
Yeah, no, I think this is tripping. She's tripping. I'm like a big gender abolitionist. Y'all know me. You already know I'm like for like LGBTQ people, trans people, especially like being platformed. And this, like, it intersects with that, right? Like the idea that men have to be this or that. It's like, nah, bro, we got too many men who are being told to man up when man up is nothing but ignore your trauma, don't cry, don't express yourself. Nah, do what you want to do. I'm a big Lil Nas X fan too. And it's the same thing with like a Hoochie Daddy is his music video. Like, you're telling him that he's going to go to hell and he's going to be like Satan's bitch down there. But if he's going to take that and just wield it against you because you insist on like using it as an insult, he's just taking the thing that kills and stopping it from killing. It's like having a cigarette in your mouth and not lighting it. It can't hurt you if you accept it. It's like you call me a hoochie daddy, it doesn't hurt. I think it's funny as hell. It's not an insult. You claim the name. We did that with the N-word. Like it's literally not that deep. People being authentic is the most important thing to me. And if you authentically want to walk around out here like Joe from Family Guy on some who wears short shorts, I wear short shorts type stuff, do it, bro. Just do it.
I got more to say.
Go
ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, you go, and then let me get mine in. So Naya.
Okay, so I heard him say one thing, and which I do agree with. When I said the masculinity, when I was talking about that, when I said the clothes and providing, I never said nothing about feeling. So I definitely want to agree with you 100%. when women and men as their parents, when you're a little boy and you cry and you fall and the mom or dad say, get up, men don't cry. I'm not saying taking away how men want to express themselves, whether they're sad. I would be greatly appreciated if my man came home and just cried in my arms. I would like, yes, like that's something that I want to see. Like I want to see more men cry. I don't want to see men walking around angry or frustrated at life and things that can be spoke about. So I agree with you with that, Kendall, 100%. That's something that I definitely agree with. And then you said, yeah, go ahead and just wear it. It's nothing so wrong with men wearing shorter clothes. I mean, shorter clothes or
she went ham on the shorter clothes, bro. She went ham.
No, yeah, she did. She didn't have to say like y'all ain't meant. Like she didn't have to do all of that. But at the same time,
I just think it's
losing it. And then it's like next, what your man come home or my dad come home and he asks his wife or my man come home like, hey babe, my drawers is dirty. Can I wear some panties? Like now I feel like now that's gonna be okay. The panty movement for men. Like, I don't help me out.
Okay, can I get it?
Go ahead.
I was going to reply to that, but go ahead.
No, go Kendall. Go Kendall.
No, so what I was going to say is that it's just like, of course you don't want to see like black like misery. You don't want to see black men like upset. But when you police black joy, and this is like a form of it, like me and Meg, we have a picture of me in one of her dresses in high school because she was like, this would look better on you than me. And I'm just like, I don't believe that, but I will put money on it. But it's just, it doesn't matter whether or not it's today though for me. It's just policing, like people just doing what they want. It doesn't have to mean anything. Like if I put on a dress for two minutes to laugh at it and then take that shit off and go back to what I was doing.
Different.
And then like light a pipe after. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. I mean, look, hoochie shorts, show the thigh meat. That's all. That's all. Just if you got it, flaunt it, whatever.
All right, let me get in on this. Because I definitely agree with both points y'all made. Now, I'm a real big fan of obviously men being vulnerable and being able to, again, express themselves in the way that they want to, whether that's in how they feel personally, because something you said, Naya, and then a lot of women do say this a lot of days, how men don't provide like they used to. Well, inflation is so motherfucking high that it's impossible for a man to solely provide for a household. You feel me? And then why am I providing for someone who's not my wife? You get what I'm saying? Not saying that, there's not men out there that won't provide for their girlfriends, but we being honest, I have to provide for someone.
Chicken and the egg now.
Exactly. I don't have to provide for someone who may not always be around. Like, come on. Like, to me, this is the gender roles that a lot of people don't want to be stuck in, because that's like me saying, oh, well, as woman, you need to clean, cook, and do everything I say and open your legs whenever I want you to open them. You feel me? So we got to always look at it from the other point as well, because women want to be independent. No, women are independent nowadays, and there are some men who don't like that. And I don't agree with that, because I think women should be independent. And I feel like men should be able to be more dependent on their women if they want to be, so I think the gender roles.
I agree, but go ahead.
Yeah, you feel me? Because I think gender roles are now kind of a thing in the past. Like, don't get me wrong, there are certain things that will obviously stick around within the gender roles, but I do think that it's evolving, and when things evolve, then evolution sometimes makes people uncomfortable, or it's something that they're not used to. So I think that right now people just have to get used to certain things right now. And I know for me as a man, people don't think that crying is like manly, and to me, I love a good cry, because for me, I feel like if a lot more men or a lot of people cried, it would be a lot less shootings. It would be a lot less, violence going on, and it would be a lot more conversations being had. But for so long as men, we weren't, we didn't feel comfortable crying, or we didn't feel comfortable with being vulnerable, because anytime I was vulnerable with an ex of mine, she would throw it back in my face, So it made me not want to be vulnerable and everything. So I do think that we have to evolve and get to this point whereas everybody can authentically be themselves and sometimes just joke about themselves, because again, after the past 2 years, we need a little black boy joy. There we go. All right.
I still we gotta talk about this though, Jameer. You can't just say what you want and
all right, go. I give you both a chance.
Say about it too.
Say what?
You had something to say about it too, Kendall? What he just said?
Oh, I'm gonna wait for you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So going back to what you said, I definitely agree with a lot of things that you said. Going back to, pouring out your heart, being able to cry, being able to not feeling like you have to shut down in front of your woman, in front of other women, any woman, period. And even around your brother, like a man. I feel like men should be able to express themselves, be able to cry, be able to speak, hey, babe, I'm not in a space right now to be communicating, or hey, babe, something embarrassing happened to me, or hey, babe, I ain't got the money to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Hey, babe, I feel like men should be able to express anything with their lady, you know, but I feel like men do put up that facade. So it just make them feel like my woman don't want to hear that. Like they automatically think instead of trying, because how society made it seem as if woman is not okay. I would be so, I would feel so honored if my man came to cry to me. I would feel so honored for him just to express himself. I would be like, yo, this is what I've been waiting for, because Black men don't feel like it's okay to express themselves. So I agree. Going back to the providing thing, I do feel like it should be 50-50 with providing when it comes to certain things. Because there's going to be times where your man, woman, don't have it, and then that's when a woman steps in. And there's going to be times when your lady don't have it, and you have to step in. But now how society is, if you lack something, they beat it down your back. If I don't have no money, a man is probably going to say like, what you doing? Like, you can't even do nothing. What are you bringing to the table? But you're just having a bad season. If a man is in a situation where he cannot provide for his woman or a lady, whoever he with, they're going to also say, what can you do for me? How you can't get my nails done, my hair done? No, there's going to be seasons in our life where we're not going to have things, and that's when the other person take on that role. So I do definitely agree with you. And if you are living with someone, if you are living together, yes, you're both supposed to provide. But if you're in a position where you can do, if you're making way more than the other person, I do feel like you should put out more. That's just how I feel, if it's the man or if it's the female. However, and that's my spiel.
Okay. Yeah, anything to say that, Kendall?
I'm here for it. When it like you said earlier, Jameer, when it comes to like equality, we don't talk about financial equality like nearly enough. And then when you're dealing with a system that's constantly trying to keep people poor, so we don't have time to like revolt, it's a tiring cycle. And this is just one step of breaking cycles, is learning to not take ourselves so seriously and to learn to express ourselves. However, whether it's through fashion and clothing, or whether it's through emotionally with a therapist, or with just people you can confide in, it's all important to understand that we're all supposed to feel insecure and envious and jealous and angry all the time. Always. We're supposed to feel that way. But we have a responsibility to break out of it, because we can see that we're not supposed to feel like that.
There we go. I like that. All right, I like that so much. And the last thing I just want to say on that, then we're gonna move on to the next part. There was a time where Black people used to say, "Oh, only white people go to therapy," you know. And I always like to sometimes bring that in there, because I'm a proud person who went to therapy, helped me with a lot of trauma I didn't even know I had, and we ridiculed people who went there and made them seem crazy, you know, or only told them that church was the only way to go. You know, it wasn't, what is this person that you know went to school for 8 years going to do for you? Like, this person is going to provide an unbiased opinion and give you some steps to help you move forward, whether you choose to take the steps or not, you know? So I just think that things are evolving, because now mental health is a prominent conversation within the Black community. Years ago, it was taboo. So I think we're slowly getting there. And, you know, I'm just proud that, you know, we are evolving, because again, at first it makes people uncomfortable, but then they get right on the train with it, as they should, you know? So now we know that we are in Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, okay? However, some members of the LGBTQ community aren't quite feeling cisgender heterosexual men jumping on a trend they faced harsh criticism for in the past. Now, this is a tweet from a particular person for the LGBTQ community. Straight men need to pay reparations to gay men before I see any of them and their ashy ass, crusty ass kneecaps in these hoochie daddy shorts this summer. What trend are they shaming now that they're about to hop on in 3 years? So boring and late. Girl, bye.
Facts.
Okay, I want to start with you. Kendall. Then I'm gonna go over to Naya. So, what do you think about that tweet? And then, do you think there's some truth to that?
I mean, I don't disagree with a damn thing. The same way we live in like a white supremacist society, we live in like a heteronormative society that is exclusionary toward all kinds of people who are not straight cisgender people. So yeah, I don't know how reparations would work. I'm not like part of the community myself, aside from like maybe a little bit of Q here or there with the hetero flexible. But beyond that point, it's just like, where do you find a real balance between cultural appropriation and appreciation when you're talking about people who are actively bullying gay people for dressing a certain way, and then they turn and flex it, and now we have like the Hoochie Daddy title. That's something like gay men have been ridiculed for, because it's akin to like being called like a sissy, right? Like it's similar to that. So it's, I don't know. Like I said, there's just too much when you listen to the communities that you need to listen to, is gay people talking about pride, and it's their month, their time to celebrate, their time to be in the light, and just listen to their opinions, hear what they have to say at least. And this is, I think, it's spot on.
All right, Naya, what are your thoughts? Do you need me to repeat that, or you kind of remember what I said?
I remember what you said.
Right.
I feel like it shouldn't be like, oh, straight men or this is ours. Like, no, like you said, this been out a long time, these shorts, like back in the 80s, back in the 70s. So it's just a trend that's recycling. It doesn't have to do anything with being gay. And it's always, everybody always trying to like, this is our thing. This is the straight people thing. This is the gay thing. No, it's clothes. They used to wear it back in the day. Now they're wearing it now. And that's just how I feel. And he went in because I don't know. That person went in, ashy crack, blah, 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 blah. All that was so unnecessary. You sound very angry. You seem very angry. You should be happy that they want to wear the shorts with you, because clearly everybody's coming together. And nobody, I'm pretty sure the men that are wearing these shorts that are straight are not thinking anything about like,
oh yeah, not all straight men, of course.
Oh, gay. No, they're just, oh, these shorts cool. I like these. And they're putting them on. Nobody thinking or trying to take nobody's swag.
I think it's like, when I think about it, it's just taking stuff out of the closet you force these people into, right? Like, but that's how I look at it. Not, but I don't mean like us in particular or you in particular. I mean, like, socially speaking, again, like gay people were like criticized for wearing certain types of clothing, speaking a certain way, behaving a certain way. And then the idea is that straight men are co-opting like things that were like criticized or ostracized when they were flexed in the gay community. Same thing in the Black community when we see a white person with like box braids. It's like, you were just calling us ghetto for doing this, or you were just calling our girls ghetto for like twerking with drinks in their hands, when it's just like celebration. It's cultural judgment. I'm all for like inclusionary stuff, but I'm also for comedy that's based on punching up at oppressive classes too.
I get what you're saying. I was just more saying like, who was talking about them when they was wearing these Hoochie Daddy shorts? Because they've been wearing these shorts. This been around. Just even if you think about the NBA games back in the day, their shorts was this little, literally, with these legs this long. Like, that's been a thing. Like, and nobody said nothing. They just said they was adding more fabric to clothes, and that's why the shorts is longer now. Like, it's just always been a thing. But I get what you're saying.
All right, so I want to jump in on this because I don't like the assumption that straight men is going to be ashy, or we're not going to lotion or any of that. I don't like that assumption, because if we are going to keep it a buck, then that's them basically saying that I don't have good hygiene as a straight man. If that's
if it don't apply, let it fly.
Okay, but however, that's how I took it, because they're saying that we had to pay reparations to them, whereas let's say a woman would say, well, hey, you got to pay reparations to us because they were the originals wearing the Hoochie mama shorts and everything. So I feel like if you could dish it, you gotta be able to take it, And for this particular instance, I don't agree with the fact that straight, because now how they say how straight men refer to them as gay men. Now you're like, oh, straight men. So it's like you're kind of putting them in a box now. I feel like
you do this to white people all the time.
That's true. But within this right now, within the gay straight community, within the with the Black folks, I kind of agree with Naya. It feel like we are all coming together now. However, when we kind of come together, it's like, okay, hold on. Like, we did this first.
I mean, that's the thing.
Doing it. You're assuming that I'm going to be ashy. You're assuming that I don't have the hygiene.
Jay, nah, hold on. So
right, what's up? Go.
When we say like, okay, this white boy is invited to the cookout because he's my homie, right? Mm-hmm. The white boy at the cookout knows the jokes about white people aren't about him, right? Mm-hmm. I know I'm not ashy. I know I put on lotion after my showers. I put on lotion when I feel like I'm remotely crusty. I'll take care of that. I know it's not about me. I know it's not about you. You know it's not about you.
That's true.
It's about these men who would come at them and be like, oh, well, you're two girls. Do you guys have room for another? Like, they're not talking about you, bro. They're not talking like they say like
What
straight
are you
people.
talking about though?
But
You're-
it's
it don't gotta
because
be.
it's the social norms we were just talking about. The idea is that like gay men are the ones who are always pampered and neat and clean because like that's just how society has painted gay people, but that they're also dirty at the same time. The same thing happens with immigrants. Immigrants are painted as like they're trying to steal all your jobs, but they're also lazy and don't work. Like we're creating boogeymen out of like marginalized people. So when gay people are like, oh, like straight dudes are problematic, it's because straight dudes are actively writing laws to take away their rights. It's not
Straight
because
white men. Straight white men.
Clarence Thomas is black, bro. Like,
Oh God, but please, he's
it
just black
doesn't
by the
matter.
skin.
He's still
All
black.
skin folk
He's
ain't my kinfolk.
all skin folk
ain't my
ain't kinfolk,
kinfolk.
but we can also recognize that there is coonery and there is Uncle Tomery out there. But he's still one of us. We can't use the no true Scotsman fallacy. He's still a black man regardless.
Okay, so I'm gonna
And
say this now. Now I know they didn't talk about me because I have good hygiene,
Yeah.
but I want to speak for the straight men who may have felt attacked by that. You know, because y'all got to represent somebody on here.
It's because they're more worried and centering themselves than the people that are complaining.
Now, I can say that there's two types of straight men because there are a lot of straight men who don't agree with this movement. Trust me, I was getting ate up in my thing. I was trolling people actually because I've been showing my Hoochie Daddy shirts for the past couple days, you know, and there's people like, "Are you serious?" You know, whatever. So there are straight men who are looking at other straight men doing this, like, you know, worry about what another man is doing and everything. So that's that toxic masculinity. Then there's straight men who are comfortable within themselves to do this stuff. So I feel like the people that you kind of describe, I don't even think those people are even a fan of the Hoochie Daddy movement because they think that this is, you know, straight men on a slippery slope to being gay. If you get what I'm saying. So those straight toxic,
I don't think gay people even believe in like a slippery slope to being gay. They don't think it's a choice.
No, not gay people. No, not gay people.
Oh,
this is
I'm
what
sorry.
the straight
You mean the reverse? Okay.
Yeah. This is what the straight people. The straight people. This is what the toxic masculine straight men.
Homophobic straight men.
Yeah, that you know the other straight men are on the slippery slope to being gay and everything. So the people that you describe, I agree with you. They are not a fan of the Hoochie Daddy movement themselves because I see them all the time on my timeline speaking ill about the men who are comfortable with it.
You're gonna see loud people in every group that don't like something. You're gonna see black people who want black exclusive spaces on Facebook, and I'm okay with that. Like if you have like a Facebook page and you're like, I want black only comments, I'm deleting white comments just because this should be a black safe space. I'm cool with that. Same thing for like queer folk. I'm super cool with the idea of having those kinds of spaces. And when it's like you go to a page to find like this kind of stuff, to me, it's like you're looking for gay people to be mad at when it's like, nah, bro, they're not talking about like straight people as a whole. They're talking about systemic straightness. They're talking about systemic cisgenderness. They're not talking about individual people on like a basis that hits everybody. They're just talking the same way we talk about cops and white people. It's jokes that are designed to let us express something about oppression we felt. That's it.
There we go. Okay. Now, I'm gonna get on this part, and then we're gonna go over. We're gonna move on.
Kendall will be saying this if the straight person wrote that Twitter, because then Kendall would have been taking the gay side. I feel like.
No, well,
speak on it, Naya. Speak on it.
So wait, can you give like an example? Because I can defend that.
I just feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, you would be like, those straight people need to not attack the gay people. I feel like you would have said that if a straight person had wrote that tweet about gay people now wearing our clothes, then you were like, they should be able to wear. Because I feel like you would do it the opposite way. I just feel like feel like they're more attacked, so it's like you're gonna automatically take their side.
I definitely feel what you mean, but the thing is,
you would.
Wait, listen. So again, I can defend it. Like I'm not gonna say like, oh no, I'm not. I wouldn't. No, I can defend it. So the reason that's a thing, right, is that gay people have to wear straight clothes because every store they go to has like it has like mask or boy girl like coloration and like marketing. They were raised to wear boy girl stuff. If you have a trans boy or a trans girl as a child who says, Mom, I want to wear a dress, they're often told like, no, dresses are just for boys and or for girls. And it's like, but I am a girl. And we're talking about systems that have put people into boxes and then told them they're not allowed to get out of those boxes and that they have to pretend to fit in with everybody else. The moment you start having the conversation of, well, straight people punching at gay people and making jokes about gay people, it's funny when you're not making harmful jokes about boxes that you put them in, but it's like talking about like lack of fathers, like in black households. Well, why do we have like so many households with no fathers? Because your system put us there. because the system that you built, the system that straight people built, put gay people in a closet where they had to wear certain clothes or they would be ridiculed and ostracized. So we don't have gay people that are like stoning straight people. That's not a thing that's happening. But there are several countries where gay people are still literally stoned to death. Like it's just different when you're talking about oppression.
No, that's definitely true. I just feel like you would just side if it was a straight person. I feel like you just would have chose to.
Yeah, because a straight person can easily get a job in government and like
everybody's equal. It don't matter what you like. Everybody's equal.
Well,
if
that's
a straight person did it, then that would be the same. Let me say something. And also, it's no such for me. I don't feel like, oh, this is gay clothes. It shouldn't be no such thing as gay clothes. Clothes is clothes.
I agree with you.
You choose the color that you want to put on, and then they need to stop. Oh, pink is just for girls. Pink is just. A color is a color. Like it just, yes, our parents did say blue is for boys, pink is for girls. Yes, that is true. But a color is a color. Like nobody should be feeling like, and this wasn't even about a color. It was about the style of clothes and what people shouldn't wear and what people should wear. And it's not even about the color thing. Who cares? Lower shorts, big shorts. I'm just saying, Hoochie Daddy, no.
Alrighty. Well, we're kind of at our time, so I want to get final thoughts. Well, listen, I liked that back and forth, and it was some truth from both sides. It was some truth from both sides. I just want to say that from the comment that he made, if a woman had said, "Hey, the gay people need to pay us reparations for our clothes," then it would be a big uproar. You know, yes. So the same way you did shit, you gotta be able to take it, and that's for anybody, not just straight people, not just gay people. That's for anybody, white, black, whatever. But final thoughts on Hoochie Daddy season. Do you think Hoochie Daddy season is just a fad? It won't be here, or do you think it is here to stay? And are you with Naya? Do you think you could eventually get used to the term Hoochie Daddy? Because at first, Hoochie was just a negative term for women. Now it's like a term that's being thrown at men. Where are you at with the Hoochie Daddy movement? Do you think it's here to stay?
I don't think that it's here to stay. No, but I think it's just here for the moment. I also feel like it's just the name Hoochie that's just throwing me. It's just funny. It is very, very, very funny. I just can't take it serious. But I don't think that. I think it is trendy, and I feel like if you throw it on with the right stuff, it may be a wave. People's shorts are shorter now anyway, men's shorts, but they're just not that short. I don't think Hoochie season is going to stay that long.
All right. What about you, Kendall? Do you think Hoochie Daddy season is here to stay?
If it becomes a hashtag, it's not here to stay. It's going to be in the limelight for a while, and then some people will maintain like wearing what they want to wear. Others won't wear it anymore because they just don't like the clothing anymore. It's not that deep. Like really, like at the end of the day, for me, it comes down to people are going to wear what they want to wear, and then even as far as the Hoochie title, it's just jokes. It's fun. It's not being used in an insulting way. It's just just let it be.
Mm-hmm. And my final thoughts on it. Listen. I've been a fan. Like I was so happy when the skinny jean movie came in because I wasn't. It was one point where I was into the baggy look, but it kind of wasn't me. You feel me? I felt like I had to wear the baggy stuff. I like more fitted clothes. So when the skinny jeans movement came, I was a fan of that, and I love it. I like Hoochie Daddy shorts. Now don't get me wrong. I have a limit now. Mine ain't gonna be too short. They definitely gonna be above kneecaps. They gonna be above kneecaps, but they're not going. Yeah. You gonna see a little thigh meat for sure. You feel me? But I am here for the Hoochie Daddy movement because I feel like it originated as a joke. And again, I'm a big fan of Black Boy Joy and anything that can help black men be a little bit more vulnerable. I'm here for it, and I feel like it needs to stay. And I feel like it's here to stay. Maybe not the Hoochie part because I think that is trendy right now. But I think the actual clothing and the style, like y'all said, it's been here for a while and it's gonna stay here. I think going forward. So that was our episode on the Hoochie Daddy movement. We'll look back on this a year from now and see if it's still here, But I want y'all to drop y'all social medias, let them know where they can find y'all at. I'll start with you, Naya. Let them know where you at.
You guys can follow me at Naya_Rose, and also you can follow my business page at Best Soul Boutique.
All right. How about you, Kendall?
You can follow me on Instagram at Afromortis. That's AFROMORTIS. Right here at As the Culture Turns. And every third Thursday, we do Slick Talk in Chester as an open mic.
All right. And plug your other thing, too.
Oh, I mean, Voices in Power. I have a feature coming up on June 21st. But if you're there, you're there.
All righty. All right. And I'm Jameer. You can follow me on Instagram at Jameer, JERMIR, 3 underscores. Obviously, you need to subscribe to As the Culture Turns on YouTube. Follow As the Culture Turns on Instagram and like us on Facebook. We will have more content coming for you soon. And again, Hoochie Daddy season is here, just like As the Culture Turns will be here. And we will be back with another episode. Thank y'all.